Hey guys, CJ here, Bath Mega Sports, and today I'm going to do a review over the Warrior Regulator X. So as you can see, the Warrior Regulator X has an extremely wide face shape. It's going to make it really easy to catch with and also pick off passes. Also with the wide face shape, it's going to be a little bit easier to get ground balls. And another thing to note is that the head is X-spec, so you can use it in high school and college. So the Regulator X has a very nice scoop. It's very thick and very beefy, similar to the Revo 3. It is angled very well, and I found it really easy to get ground balls on natural grass and turf. Another cool thing about this head is that it has some really fine detailing on the scoop, similar to how the Warp has some very fine detailing. But the thing I don't like about this aesthetic effect is that it picks up dirt extremely easy. So the Regulator X has a revamped Revolution style sidewall. So here I have the Regulator, and right here I have the Revo 3. So as you can see, the Revo 3 is a lot more relaxed and the Regulator is a lot more aggressive. So with that solid design, the strength isn't as evenly distributed, but it is still pretty good. The gaps are slightly larger here at the top, as you can see. So it's going to be a little bit stiffer at the bottom part of the head than it is on the top. Also, the head has sym-rail twist, so it mimics the outside of the head to be the same as the inside, which is going to reduce a little bit of weight. So the Regulator X has a non-traditional style Warrior offset. Most Warrior offsets don't have this forward cant, as you can see, kind of like a Nike STX head. Here I have a Lakota U, which we did a review on a little while back, and as you can see, the offsets are pretty similar, with the forward cant being closer to the middle of the head. It's going to push more for a higher pocket and give you a little bit more whip and shot power. So one of the coolest features of the Regulator X is the throat. As you can see, it has that OG style looking throat with all of the cutouts and other slits. It's got a very nice looking Warrior throat jewel, which is just gold, which I think looks awesome on this head. Also, there is only one screw hole, but Warrior introduced a new technology called their loc-throat. So it's designed for these little black tabs on the inside of the throat to flex on the outside of a shaft. It works pretty well. It's not 100% effective, so you can get head rattle in some shafts, but for most of the time it's not too bad. So the Warrior Regulator X is a little bit more of a heavy head. It comes in at 5.7 ounces, but I think most of that is due to all the extra plastic in the throat for the loc-throat technology. But 5.7 ounces isn't too bad. It's still light enough to play with, and you really shouldn't have any problems with this head. So just like the Revo 3X, this head has 6 well-sized and well-spaced top string holes. It's got 18 sidewall holes that go all the way down in the head, which is going to give you a lot of pocket options. Same with the top 4 sidewall holes that are slightly enlarged to make it a little bit easier to start off your stringing. The head has 4 well-sized and well-spaced bottom string holes. They're going to be big enough for leathers. So overall, the stringing options are great on this head. Now for such a wide head, I found it really easy to string. It is designed for more of a mid to high pocket. As you can see, the bottom rail cants slightly here in this area to push more for that mid to high pocket, similar to a Maverick Centric or a Maverick Tank. I strung this with loc-throat X Pro Mesh, which we have a review on. Gave it a really nice mid to mid high pocket, as you can see. And also it still managed to get a very nice channel, even with the head being so wide. I also give the head 2 stacked nylons and 2 stacked shooting strings. It gives this head a ton of whip, and it's really great for shooting on the outside. So overall, I think the Regulator X is a pretty easy head to string up. So with the head being super wide, as you can see, and also very stiff, it's going to be an awful choice for face-off guys. It's really just not going to work unless you plan to do lasers and jams, but other than that, this would not be a good head for a face-off guy. So Warrior recommends this head for midfielders and defensemen. I think that work very well at these positions. LSMs, close defenders, also D-middies would love this head. Offensive midfielders maybe if they like a wider head, but I really would only recommend this head if you spend a lot more time on the defensive end than you do on the offensive end. The head is extremely stiff, as you can see. It's also very wide. It's going to make it easy to catch with and pick off passes. Also, it's going to make it very easy to get ground balls. The scoop is great. It's also extremely stiff, as you can see. Probably one of the best options on the market right now for throwing poke checks. Also slap checks and lift checks. You could definitely get it done with this head. So this is Warrior's highest end offering for a defensive style player. It comes in at $100, which is expensive, but it is average for lacrosse head nowadays. So with this being Warrior's best defensive head, I think it is worth it. I don't like the Warrior loc-throat technology so much. It limits your options for shaft choices. With carbon fiber being really popular in today's game, there's a lot of carbon fiber shafts that aren't hollow, so it's going to limit your choices. You're mostly going to be stuck with metal shafts. But if you can get around that, I think this head is awesome for defensive players. It's extremely stiff and it stays very stiff in the warm weather. And overall, I can't recommend this head enough. So guys, if you enjoyed the review of the Warrior Regulator X, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.